Today is a ancestors reading. Okay, so I ask everybody to come in, take what resonate, leave what doesn't. If it don't resonate, then don't try to make it fit. Okay, I ask that you guys come in and hit that like and subscribe button. If you are already a subscriber, please make sure you come in and hit that like button for your girl. So this is about to get deep because the ancestors is on one this morning, baby. Yes, they are. The ancestors say we need to talk. And I'm sorry, folks, but this what's going on, especially to our color, to our black folks. The ancestors want to speak. All can join, all can listen. This is about us colors. And this is about the black folks that need to understand. Y'all don't like to be called niggas, but you sure act like one. Let's talk about it. All right. That's what I'm picking up on. That's what the ancestors say. The ancestors want to talk. Some of them are disappointed in the things that they are seeing today in this world. They are very disappointed. All the fighting they did and the abuse that they went through. And they look at the world today and is not pleased with what they are seeing. They're not. They're not. They're not pleased with what they are seeing when it comes down to the black community. Yes, there's so much lying, sneaky, manipulating things going on. Men not loving their women properly, women not loving their children properly, men not being there for their sons. There's so much negativity going on in the black community that a lot of ancestors is not proud of what they're seeing. Also, like there's a lot of cultures that show love and respect to their ancestors, but not all black folks. Some black folks think that if you talk to your ancestors or praise or give your ancestors thank, that it's wrong. It's wrong to give your ancestors thank. It's wrong to talk to your ancestors. That's what a lot of people think. That is demonic. Like the ancestors are so disappointed in what they are seeing in the black community. Yes, that is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Yes, it is heartbreaking that black folks think talking to their ancestors, acknowledging their ancestors is demonic. And they won't. Some won't. They won't do it. But you got all these other races and cultures actually, giving their ancestors thanks and acknowledging them. But not all black folks want to do it. And the ancestors have done so much to get black folks where they are right now today. Seen it. Bless me. Woo. Listen and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, like I said, we're talking about the ancestors. Grand Rising, thank you. The ancestors of the color folks is not happy with what they are seeing today. They're not happy. And like I said, there's so much lying, sneaky, manipulating ass stuff that's going on right now in this world today. Like I said, the men not loving the women not loving the men, the women not loving the children, the men not taking care of the children. Okay, so let me break this down. This is how you know when people are coming on to distract what I'm trying to do. First of all, you're on my channel. You come right on and ask me what I'm talking about when I left a whole post up there before you come to the reading that say ancestors speaking. That's number one. Number two, you come in and you ask me, what is you talking about? That's disrespectful. Number two, I don't have to answer you, to be honest, because you're on my channel. And now you talk about, girl, calm down. I just joined. You don't have to join. You can remove your presence. Better yet, I'll remove you and you have a nice and blessed day. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. It's too early for that. That's how you know when the devil always send his soldiers when he don't want these messages to come out to try to interrupt me. We're not doing that. I'm blocking any and everybody. You're not going to interrupt what I'm trying to put out here. Coming with all that negative energy got me about to turn up. Talk about some, girl, calm down. Thank you, Bookie Loves. Okay, now back to the message. So the ancestors are speaking to our colors. We're talking to, the ancestors is talking to Black folks today. We're talking about Black people that is not acknowledging their ancestors because they think that it's demonic to acknowledge their ancestors. It's breaking the ancestors' heart because they put in so much work for them not to be acknowledged. They put in so much work for us to be able to read, for us to be able to live a different life than what they lived. And Black folks don't want to acknowledge them because they say you can't talk to the dead. That's hurtful. That's hurtful. And on top of that, what they seeing today, they are very disappointed in what they are seeing today. Okay? And on top of that, it's so much lying, sneaky, manipulating things going on within the Black community. They don't, let me see, this is what I'm picking up off of Ancestor that's saying, Blacks don't want to be called niggas, but they acting like them. They don't want to be called a nigger, but they're acting like a nigger. Because the slave masters had a rule and a plan for niggers not to love each other, not to respect each other, not to look out for each other, to keep them separated, to keep them fighting each other, to keep them distant from each other, to turn them against each other. And that's what the Blacks is doing right now, have been doing for so long, killing each other, harming each other, not supporting each other, not uplifting each other, turning their back on each other. We are the only race that do not support each other, that do not uplift each other. And it started back then in slavery. The rule was turn the wife against the husband, turn the mother against the daughter, turn the father against the son. Turn the sisters against the brother. Turn the light-skinned against the dark-skinned. Turn the dark-skinned against the light-skinned. This was the rule. And this is what's happening right now. This is what's going on. And the ancestors, we are supposed to be one. See, the ancestors was fighting for each other, not against each other back then. And what they see now, they're not happy with what they seeing now. They're not. Black folks killing each other and thinking it's okay. And the only time Black folks want to come together and it's only when it's time to destroy our own community. We the only ones and we've been doing it for so long. Instead of fighting the right way or fighting against what's going on, we go right in our communities and tear down the stores and tear down this and set this on fire, steal from each other, hurt each other. We're not doing anything to uplift each other. We got a whole TV show that's called Baddies. You see nothing but Black women on there tearing each other up. They done made a whole success out of fighting each other. The audition is to fight each other. It's not nothing else. They don't go in there uplifting each other, talking to each other. They get clicks and they start fighting each other and ripping each other's hair out. And yes, you might see one white person. You might see one Mexican on there. You might see one Puerto Rican on there. But it's 17 Black women on there that's doing it. You got the man that ain't even trying to protect his family anymore. He ain't even trying to be there for his children anymore. You know how many young boys said they done walk past that? Yeah, my daddy lived over there, but the daddy ain't never took the time out to take him to play football, ain't never took the time out to teach him anything, ain't never took the time out to be there for him. Don't get me wrong, you got some good mothers and you got some good fathers, but let's be honest. We have a lot of women that have raised these babies by themselves. And the father was right there. And he made over 30 kids and they get nothing for none of them. Let's talk about it. When the slaves, children was being taken away from them. Like dogs. Yeah. Like you see how they have the dogs as breeders? That's how they did the slaves. They was breeding those babies, having those babies, and when they wake up or they baby turn a certain age, they rip them babies from their arms. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And see, that's what's going on. But you got people having children, not supporting their children, not being there for their children, not even raising their children with the ounce of respect to even know God. Not even with the ounce of respect to even know God. The ancestors are upset with what they are seeing today. And they definitely want me to talk about these men walking around with their pants is sagging. Why people talking about that started in prison. It did not start in prison. It started from slavery. It was called buck breaking. If a black man came to a plantation and a white man feared him or thought he was too masculine, he had to demasculate him. And that was by raping him in front of his family, in front of his wife, or just in front of the slaves, period, in front of his children. They would tie him up to a tree and rape him and have all the slaves watch him get raped. And then after they're done with him, when they have a gathering and other white men come in there that likes men, they make him sag his pants to show that he's been broken. They don't want to, our ancestors say y'all don't want to be called niggers, but you acting like a nigger. Not an N-I-G-G-A, you're acting like an N-I-G-G-E-R, nigger. That's what you're doing when you walk around with your pants sagging. When you turn your back on your children, when you think it's okay to be turned against each other, fight each other, destroy each other, and not uplift each other, you're doing exactly what the white man, the white slave has designed you to do. And the ancestors have fought so hard for you to get an education. Y'all don't even want the education. Y'all dropping out of school. Y'all ain't even making it to the 9th grade. We're not talking about the men that had to go work to provide for his children. We're just talking about the people that just don't want it. You got the men that say it's too hard to raise his kids, but he have no problem running around making them. You got the woman that's choosing a man over her kids or not providing for them, not feeding them, not giving them what they need, but you want to constantly keep sleeping with multiple men and having these babies and not raising them and not loving them and not giving them the love that they truly deserve when all the ancestors' children was taken from them. They was afraid. You had some ancestors that was killing their babies so their babies wouldn't even have to deal with any of that. How you doing? The ancestors are disappointed in what they are seeing right now. And then you have the black community that's constantly saying talking to the ancestors is demonic. Getting knowledge from the ancestors is demonic when you have all the other race that is acknowledging their ancestors, not black folks. Not black folks. That's evil.
Who they think Beyonce go to? Ocean.
That's evil. That's what they say. That's evil. I ain't finna do that. Are you serious? Are you serious? Do you know you could just have a clear conversation with your ancestors? All you got see, people think that you have to do rituals and do negative things to get your ancestors to communicate with you. No, all you have to do is call on them. That's it. Call on them and talk to them, and then invite them in your life. That's it. You walk these streets all day. It ain't safe in these streets. You can call on your ancestors, ask them for protection. They see what you don't see. Everything happened in the 5D before it happened in the 3D. And you know what I'm saying? Some people think that a lot of black folks think that we shouldn't do that. And that's breaking the ancestors' heart. That's how y'all feel about us? We've been fighting this war for 20 years, trying to get free, trying to help y'all have a better life than what we had. And this is what you think, that we are demonic because you want to talk to us? The more hurtfulest thing the ancestors going through right now. Listening to that. We've been beaten. We've been raped. We've been torn down. And we fought in these wars so we can have a better life. So y'all can have a better life. And this is what y'all think about us. Talk to them, ancestors, because I love mine. I love mine. I talk to mine. Yes, I do. I talk to mine daily. Y'all going through all the things that y'all going through, and you won't even go to your ancestors and just say hi. And y'all supposed to be breaking these generational curses. You know, generational curses start from an old bloodline with your ancestors. And y'all don't want to break these generational curses because y'all say that don't exist. I break mine. I've been breaking them because I want my bloodline. I want my ancestors to be proud of me, and I want my family to live a different life from what I went through and from what they've been through. So we supposed to be breaking these generational curses, is doing better with ourselves and making a different bloodline for our bloodline. So all that negativity and all that low vibrational energy can go past us. That's what the ancestors is guiding us to do. Break these generational curses. Acknowledge them. A lot of y'all ain't acknowledging them. Y'all ain't acknowledging them. And yes, I'm talking to the black community. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the black community that don't want to be called a nigga, but sitting up here acting like one. You're doing exactly what the white slave wanted the niggas to do. And this is 2025, and you're still doing it. Look how many people, how many blacks have been murdered, killed, and due to racism. Y'all only come together for one moment, and that's to destroy the world. Go tear up all the stores, set everything on fire, stealing from folks, stealing from the stores. Now y'all want to fight everybody, and y'all doing it all wrong. And then after you do that, you ain't got nowhere to shop. You ain't got nowhere to get the products that you need. You don't have nowhere to get the food that you need because you done destroyed your own neighborhood. Instead of coming together and doing it the right way. Start really standing up to these racist ass police officers that's killing these black folks. Y'all supposed to come together, uplift each other. No, but y'all, every time, you know why the white police officers don't care about the black folks? Because we don't care. We just shot in the head the other day, left him for dead. They just shot an old lady coming out of her house because they wanted to rob her. That's why they don't care, because we don't care. But y'all don't want to be called niggas, but you acting like them. Y'all doing exactly what the white man has been guiding the niggas to do. Not love each other. Not be there for each other. Not protect each other. Not uplift each other. Not support each other. You're doing exactly what the white man has been guiding niggers to do. And you are being a nigger if you in that energy. You got all these women fighting each other. What the fuck y'all fighting each other for? For $1? Instead of you allowing God to guide you. Instead of you going to your ancestors on how to get everlasting abundance, you rather go down yourself on a TV show, get your teeth knocked out, your hair pulled, a black eye, to amuse the world, and y'all think it's okay. It ain't never okay. Just like the movie Sinners. The movie Sinners was an open-minded movie. People think, oh, this just a movie. This don't got no meaning. It had a lot of meaning to it. It had a whole lot of meaning to it. Of what the black community has become. Did you see how the women went from doing this and fully clothed to when they start playing the music and it showed the world of today? Did you see old girl over there and her 2 little skirt that was all up her ass and she was shaking it? Did you see that? Did you see how the men start dressing from men to start dressing the way that they showed it? This was about the black community. How we didn't have much, but we try to turn something out of nothing so we can feel love too. But we're not doing that anymore. We're destroying each other. We're taking from each other. We're killing each other. We ain't uplifting each other. We're not supporting each other. I remember when I was selling clothes and shoes. They were selling the vendors $10, $15. Why would you sell a vendor? Everybody trying to eat. But that's only black folks. That's only black folks. I got a vendor for you, but it costs $15. It costs $10. Nobody wanted to just give so we all can eat together. Yeah, this gonna touch some nerves, but it's the truth. And black folks never want to hear the truth because it always touched some nerves. But let's talk about it. Our ancestors not happy for what they seeing today. They're not. They ain't happy. Because we're not showing them gratitude of all the love and support that they gave us back then before we even got on this earth. They made a way. And a lot of people talking about it's demonic to acknowledge your ancestors. How dare you say that? How dare you say that? Y'all got to get it together, black folks. Yes, and our ancestors is watching us daily. Watching us daily. And they not happy with everything they seeing. Because things are not balanced. Y'all, a lot of us ain't growing. We ain't planting seeds and watching them grow. We destroying each other. You see how many people are getting killed? Innocent people coming off from work. Old ladies getting robbed. They killing babies. This is all in our community. This is all in our community. But they don't want to be called niggas, but they acting like one. Let's talk about it. That's what the ancestors say. And a lot of people don't understand why the black community is drowning, because the black community ain't coming together. Everybody just thinking about $1. That's it. Don't nothing else matter but $1. That's it. And if you got one black person doing good instead of another black person learning from that black person, no, they're going to try to tear them down. Yeah, they doing all right, but what about what they was doing last year? Or what about when they didn't have it? You know, people focus on shit like that. Instead of focusing on the good this person is doing now. Yeah. You got black folks that focus so much on the negativity. The positive stuff don't matter. The positive stuff don't matter, like the pregnant woman. All these pregnant women with no husband, no man to help raise these babies, to help be there, to help build a home. The spirit say everything, the ancestors say everything that I speak is the truth. Everything. People not willing to change, to have something positive, to have something more successful. Men not willing to court the right way, bring flowers, ask on a date. They ain't doing this no more. They're not doing this. The father and the mother are supposed to build together from nothing to something. And they ain't supposed to let nobody break their bond. But hey, family ain't family no more. Because everybody is against each other. Now you can't even be a success around your family because you got haters that don't even want you to succeed. That don't even want you to be better. Real love can't even be shown. Because you got the man that's not even trying to be masculine. He ain't trying to protect, provide, and lead. He ain't trying to do that. That's too much like right. You got the woman that want to be in the masculine energy. She thinks she can do everything that a man can do. But nobody want to call on their ancestors and say, how do I get that love that you used to have? How do I get the love that existed back in the day? They don't do that. Because they say talking to your ancestors is demonic. Black folks. Let's talk about it. They say, this right here gonna touch a lot of people, but it's the truth. This is the truth. And like I said, the ancestors saying you don't want to be called a nigga, but you acting like one. Yeah, the ancestors that's watching what's going on in this world right now today, and they are not pleased with what they are seeing. There ain't no love in the black community. There is no love in the black community. Ain't nobody willing to help. Ain't nobody willing to support. And the few that is being talked about by the others. The few that's ready to take this leap of faith. The few that's calling on their ancestors for help and guidance, breaking these generational curses. The few that's trusting in God. You got the family members tearing them down. Tearing them down. Ancestors is not pleased with what they seeing today. They're not pleased at all. Because they did all this fighting for us to have a better life, for us to be better, for us to live better. And we're not even there. Nothing has changed. It got worse. It got worse. It got worse. We supposed to be one. It takes a village to raise children. You can't even say nothing to a kid. Because the mama, you don't talk to my kid like that. And then you got some people that's selfish towards kids and mistreating kids. Once they say kids were supposed to be our future, they ain't doing that now. They ain't uplifting kids. They ain't treating kids right. They mistreating them. They hurting them. They abusing them. And then you got people now that'll walk past another person mistreating another person, another kid, and won't say nothing. Mind your business. Sit right there and watch these kids get abused that won't say nothing. They just mind their business. This is not the world that the ancestors wanted us to live in. It's not. It's not. It got worse. It didn't get better. The ancestors believed in God, trusted in God, and they had faith in God. And that's why things changed. Yes, it may have took time, but it changed. And it was supposed to get greater and better with the black community. And it did not. It did not. It did not. So, for those who are feeling like if you reach out to your ancestors it's demonic, you need to change that up. Because it's never demonic. It's never wrong to acknowledge your ancestor. And it's never wrong to break these generational curses. And it's never wrong to uplift another brother or sister from another mother. It's never wrong to be there, to give. It's never wrong to become one with other black folks. It's never wrong to give from your heart. If you don't want to be called niggers, stop acting like niggers and become respectable black women and men. Okay? So that's what I have for you guys today from the ancestors. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to share this. Okay? And you guys have a safe and blessed, beautiful, abundant day. Have a nice one.